Hello and welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on the replay. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We are back again for another transfer show. We're going to be discussing all 6 clubs in the top 6, of course. We're going to be speaking about it. We're going to be discussing all of the transfers that are currently happening or look to be happening for these 6 clubs, and obviously we're going to be discussing incomings, obviously outgoings, all of that good stuff. So make sure you smash the like button, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. People, we're back for another one, man. And listen, there's a lot going on at the moment, not necessarily just for my club, but there's a lot going on at the moment with other clubs that are looking to get into the Club World Cup or looking to participate in the Club World Cup soon. They're doing loads of business. We've got other teams that are not even in any competitions doing loads of business. So it's looking like a mad one. It's actually looking like a pretty mad one, to be honest. It's looking good so far. The transfer window, that is. Obviously, we've got plenty of news to discuss. And I think the best place to start, big up to Views on Sport, big up to Denzel, by the way, big up to Kev, big up to Mustafa, big up to Ali and big up to Shax, of course, big up to everybody who is tuned in, man. I think the first place we should start is the dusty upon dusty Man United, of course. We're going to start Man United. Man United, breaking news yesterday, people. Breaking news yesterday for Manchester United. Brian Mbeumo, I think it's Mbeumo. I think that's how you say his name. Brian Mbeumo has given his word to Manchester United. He has chosen Manchester United as his designated, as his destination. He wants that to be his destination. So he has chosen Manchester United as his desired destination. And listen, I'll be real, man. These men are just, do you know what I mean? They're cleaning up. They are cleaning up. They're cleaning up at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's looking a bit mad. Because these men are really doing clean up settings. It's mad. They're looking like they're serious, even though they ain't in any competitions. They're willing to put the money up. They're willing to put the big bucks up in order to get their guys, of course. And listen, let's first of all start with the Brian Mbeumo news. So let's just go to Twitter and then let's bring up the old situation for Manchester United, because the way it looks, how they're doing their transfer window it's good from a man. By the way, guys, I'm gonna speak about a lot of teams objectively, and I'm not gonna speak about it as an Arsenal fan. I'm just speaking about it as a host, as just a football fan. So if I start, do you know what I mean, talking positively about these big 6 teams, including Tottenham, guys, I'm just speaking objectively. I'm trying to put my hate aside for the teams, and I'm trying to speak objectively about the teams. So let's just go to the Explore. Let's just search up and let's have a look at the Mbeumo situation, because that just, I can't lie, man, that done a madness. That done a madness, to be honest. The Ornstein bomber, you could say. The Ornstein bomber. I believe it was. Oh God. There we go. I type in Mbeumo and the first thing that comes up is a video of me saying that he was linked to Arsenal. Good times, man. Too bad that is gone now. So let's go over to David Ornstein, because David Ornstein has just been pop, just putting out hella posts. This guy's just been putting up hella posts. I'm just like, yo, can I get something, please? Can I get something? Do you know what I mean? But let's go to the exclusive yesterday. Big up to Aaron. Big up to Maestro. Big up to David as well. David, we'll get to that. We'll get to that on the Arsenal section, of course. We're gonna get to that. So David Ornstein yesterday put out Brian Mbeumo decides he wants to join Man United, and Man United now expected to open talks with Brentford to bid to sign the 25-year-old forward this summer. Likes of Arsenal, Newcastle, and Tottenham all interested, but the Cameroon international favours Old Trafford if deal is agreed. Now, of course, there has to be a deal has to be agreed. Obviously, we'll get into the other news that came out because there was quite a lot of news yesterday, man. Quite a lot of news came out yesterday about a lot of teams. So we get into that, but let's just speak about Brian Mbeumo. So let's speak about both signings actually. Two signings that they're looking to get over the line very, very quickly. Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo. Those are two attacking players that can just slot into their team and play in either the right and left attacking mid spots. Yeah, the right and left attacking mid spots. So let's just say that right there. Yeah, you got 2 10s in their team. On the left, you can play Acuna. On the right, you're gonna play Mbeumo because Mbeumo is better with it on his left foot. Yeah. Obviously, they still need to look at the striker situation, see what happens there. But what you can say is possibly a Xerxes could be somebody who would be a kind of false nine, kind of try. You could see them possibly try and have him play in that. You could also see them try and put Xerxes in that kind of Firmino role where he's trying to get the best out of the 10s behind him that are going to attack a bit more. They can play almost like wingers. I know they got wing backs coming up and down the pitch, but you could almost have Cunha and Mbeumo playing as like forwards as well, like right and left forwards in a way. I could see that happening where you could see Xerxes possibly drop deep a little bit and then let them get into that space, that attacking space to be able to get on goal. I think Brian Mbeumo and Cunha are definitely players that you'd want in those attacking positions. They're definitely players that are able to get a few goals. We've seen that Brian Mbeumo this season, I think he got 20 goals in the Premier League season. 20 goals in a Premier League season. So, yeah, I think that's definitely a very, very good move. A very, very, very good move for Manchester United. I mean, they are pulling out all the stops. Definitely is a few holes in the team that they need to discuss and they need to kind of fill. But, I mean, these first two signings, they're really trying to sort out their attack first. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to sort out their attack. They're trying to make sure that they've got the firepower. They're trying to make sure that they've got players that are able to get a goal, players that are able to assist, players that are able to help out in the opposing end of the pitch and in the final third. So Brian Mbeumo looking to join the club. Obviously, the talks need to happen between Brentford and Manchester United in order to find a fee. But I'm just worried about what will happen because what we're going to talk about next is where is this guy going to go? Today, we got news from Fabrizio Romano that Bruno Fernandes is staying at Manchester United. Now, where is he going to go? That is my main question to Manchester United fans watching. Where is Bruno Fernandes going to go? Because you have Brian Mbeumo and you have Cunha playing as the 2 10s. Where is Bruno going to go? Because if he plays deep, he's awful. We've already established that he's not able to play deep. He's not able to play deep. He's not able to play in that double pivot. He's not able to play in that double pivot. Yes, Mustafa, that's exactly what I wanted you to say. And we've already established, i.e., by this season, that he's not able to play in that deep role. He's not able to play in that role where he drops deep and plays in a pivot, plays as an 8. He's not able to play that role. When he plays that role, he does a bit too much thinking. He loses the ball. He makes, I don't know, he makes bad decisions. I don't think that suits what you're trying to go for. You would have had to get one of these players, yeah. Okay, so Mo's just here on the brain dead thing, Fez. Big up Mo, just here on the brain dead thing, innit? But big up to you, broski. But Bruno to us is like Xhaka was to you. No, I don't think he can do that though. I don't think Bruno can do that. Bruno does not have the defensive IQ to. Nah, man. I don't think he can, bro. I think you guys are forgetting. I think Man United fans are too gassed with these signings that they're now forgetting what you saw at the start of the season and what you saw last season when, you know what I mean, even when Ten Hag tried to play him in those deep roles, bro, Bruno was not able to handle that. He's not able to handle the 8, bro. He's not going to play in the 8 and look good. I'm telling you guys, it's not going to work with Bruno at the 8. I'm telling you, it's not going to work with Bruno at the 8. One of these guys now has to be, unless Xerxes and what's his name is both leaving, he plays Cunha as a striker or Mbeumo as the striker, and he plays what's his name as one of the 10s. Yeah, he's playing one of them as the 10s. He's playing Bruno Fernandes as one of the 10s. He has to. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I just look at the situation that if he's trying to play those two as 10s, then it makes no sense to me why they would want him to stay. I think they do want to sell him. They want to cash out. Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean, now he doesn't want to go there. So regardless on whether Man United wanted to sell or not, they want the money. Do you know what I mean? They want the money. So he's not going to go to Saudi. He wants to stay in European football. I mean, he's not in playing in European football, but he wants to stay in. What's the Bruno quotes? What has he said now? What has he said? Has it just come out? Or like what's happened? More on Bruno Fernandes. Al Hilal were very kind. They spoke to my agent. Then I spoke to my wife. She asked, "What do you want to do?" She always supports my decisions. It would have been very easy. It would have been easy to move there. I know the Portuguese players there very well, but I want to play at the highest level and compete for major titles. I can do that, and I still want to. I'm very passionate about football. Blah blah blah. And what else did he say, man? There was an opportunity. The president called me and asked if I wanted to go there. They were waiting for me. I spoke to the coach Amorim. He asked me not to go. Manchester United didn't want to sell me. They don't need the money. If I had wanted to leave, they would have made it happen. Okay. Yeah, of course. They don't want to sell him. Whatever. Our seasons were tough. We weren't able to achieve our goals. That's a negative. I love being here with the national team. I hope we can reach final. Okay. Listen, if he doesn't want to leave, he doesn't want to leave. Do you know what I mean? If he wants to leave, he wants to leave. Whatever. But I don't think his wife said anything bad. His wife said she it's whatever he wants to do, innit? It's whatever he wants to do. If he wants to go, she'll go with him. I don't think his wife was against it. But it just puts the question out there. How it all depends, these signings, it all depends on how Amorim is going to play them. Because if one of them is playing as a striker, yeah, or one of them is an option off the bench, then yeah. And then you can play the likes of Bruno Fernandes as in the 10 positions as one of the 10s because he plays with 2 10s. So he might do a formation change, back four, so 4-2-3-1. He won't do that. He won't do that. He only plays three. He only plays that formation. He doesn't. He's never played four at the back. Amorim never in his career. Even when he came to Sporting, on the first day he came to Sporting, if you look back, in when Sporting changed their manager to Amorim, on the first game he changed to the three at the back, the 3-4-3 or 3-5-3, where 3-4-3 or whatever he plays. He changed to that, and that's it. He never went to any other formation, none of this. He stays with that same formation. So I think it's definitely an interesting move. I think Manchester United are doing a very good job at getting their attack sorted at the moment. They are still going to be in the market for a striker. I don't know what kind of striker they can get. Obviously, Victor Gyökeres is one of the names, but in order to get Victor Gyökeres, I mean, you're fighting against champions. Like, I feel like you're fighting against Champions League. I know that we were in for Brian Mbeumo. Everybody's laughing. Ha, 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 ha. We got the player over you. With all due respect, Brian Mbeumo is not going to start ahead of a Saka. He isn't. I think he definitely challenged Saka 100%. I would have taken him to challenge Saka. But he's not going to be able to. What did Mokbel say? What did he say? When did he say this, bro? Let me know. When did he say this? Anyway, going back to Manchester United. Sorry, going back to Manchester. Let's just focus on Manchester United for now. So yeah, listen, I think it's definitely good, but I do think there's still some more positions to fix. I think, speaking about Jadon Sancho as well, who is coming back to Manchester United, he will be a Manchester United player next season, unless they sell him, unless Manchester United are able to sell him in this summer, to somebody, get somebody to take him. Do you know what I mean? This is going to be a whole nother situation. Chelsea did end up paying them the 5 million. Chelsea did end up having to pay them the 5 million, in order for them to send him back to Manchester United. So obviously they couldn't come to an agreement on personal terms, and they sent him back to Manchester United. So now Manchester United have a whole nother issue where they have to sell Jadon Sancho. His wages are going to be, I think I'm not sure how much he's on, Jadon Sancho's wages. Let me have a look. What Jeez. He's on 300k a week, mate. So 300k a week. Oh, 300k a week coming back. That's a big wage bill, man. That's a big wage bill, man. Oh my god. Saad and Mbeumo wants 250k per week. No, nobody's ever going to pay that. 250k a week is crazy. I mean, Fez. I mean, to be honest, he scored 20 goals in the league. That's good numbers. That's numbers worth 250k. But in regards to Manchester United, obviously, them coming, Sancho coming back causes a whole nother issue. But on top of that, on top of Sancho, by the way, let me just put the comments up here so I can so the comments actually come up on the screen. Do you know what I mean? Let's do it for the first time because I've never used this comment thing. So the comments are gonna come up. But let's focus on Manchester United. Obviously, the Jadon Sancho thing causes a whole situation. Yeah. But I think we need to discuss the other holes in their team. They definitely need a new goalkeeper. That's 100%. They need a center back maybe, but the most important thing they need is wing backs. They need wing backs. They need a left wing back. They need a right wing back. What they've got now is not going to work. People who are saying Ahmad can play as a wing back, that's not going to work. Ahmad is not going to play as a wing back. I don't even know. I actually don't even know if Amad Diallo is going to start now. With the firepower that's coming in, does Amad Diallo even start? Does Amad Diallo even start with the amount of talent that has just come in the likes of Brian Mbeumo and in the likes of Cunha? I don't even know if Amad Diallo even starts. Do you know what I mean? So there's definitely going to be a lot of competition in that team, but what I will say is there's multiple places they need to fix. There's multiple things that they need to fix. Manu as well. There's multiple things that they need to fix. Do you know what I mean? But I think definitely Manchester United right now, they've started very, very hot. Those two signings so far are very, very good, but we need to see what they sell, who they sell. By the way, big up to Schick TV, man. Like, you know, big up to Schick, man, for the raid, man. Absolute ledge. Big up to you, my broski, man. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Absolute legend. But in regards to these two signings for Manchester United, I mean, you look at Ryan Mbeumo, you look at Mateus Cunha. I think those are very good signings. Attacking signings, obviously, they still need a midfielder, man. I still think they need to upgrade on that midfield as well. There's too many holes that need plugging. What do you need? Let's just take a look. What do they need right now to stop them bleeding? Let's just stop before you start working on the scratches and all of this. Let's just do the open wounds that are just like bleeding. Goalkeeper, wing backs, and I'd say goalkeeper and wing backs so far. It's probably their most important signings because those are heavily used in their system when playing under Amorim. So that is going to be an absolute madness. But listen, I'm looking forward to seeing what Manchester United do in this summer because they've started a bit mad. Will they spend all the money now? Will they wait? Will they be strategic with how much money they can spend? How much money they want to spend? Akhil's saying they should get Dumfries. I don't know about Dumfries, man. Dumfries is like a half player, bro. I don't know, man. He has moments, but it's not consistent. Like, there's no consistency, bro. Like, is that just me, or does anybody else feel that? Like, do you know what I mean? There's not really any consistency there with some of his performances, bro. Like, even I understand, like, he has some good performances, but bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know, man. But listen, there's so much that needs to be looked at for Manchester United at the moment because they're just like some of the Man United fans say, bro. This is not an easy thing to just fix. Do you know what I mean? It's not just going to be fixed straight away. They need to go for straight. They need to go right now. They need to focus on starters rather than focusing on players who can come in and be backups and this and that. They need to focus on starters because their starters need to be improved. Do you understand? The starters definitely need to be improved 100%. Yeah, the starters definitely need to the starters definitely need to be improved. Yeah, who's yeah, sorry. Yeah, so there's loads to be improved at Manchester United, but listen, we're going to move away from Manchester United because there are other clubs to discuss. Let's stay in Manchester for a second and let's go to Manchester City. Let's go to Manchester City. Let's go. There we go. Manchester City. Let's speak about Manchester City. Manchester City are doing a madness right now. Manchester City are doing a mazzoline right now. Let's just go back to David Ornstein for a second. We got mad things being said right now. Let's start off with the main one that got announced today. Man City pushing a deal to sign Ryan Nouri from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Agreement still needs to be reached with Wolverhampton and the Algerian international. But all parties now expect the move to happen. 23-year-old was Manchester City's main target for left back. Guys, I'll be real, yeah. Man City getting Ait Nouri is nuts because technically good on the ball, can play that left back position brilliantly because going forward he's brilliant. Defensively he's good as well, and he just looks like a star player, man. He just looks like, I think he was one of those shining. He was one of the shining stars over in that Wolves team. I'll be real. And that Wolves team is getting picked apart now. They've taken out Nouri, they've taken Cunha. Like, bro, they're just picking that team apart. They're just picking that team apart and taking whatever they want. It's nuts. Obviously, they're giving the money for it, and Wolves will have to go and improve. But it's looking peak for them if they don't improve well and they don't get the right players in there. But in regards to Manchester City, I think he suits them very, very well. I think he suits. That means that we could see the likes of Ake, the likes of that means you could see the likes of Ake, we could see the likes of Gvardiol going back into those centre back positions, and we could see them play with left backs and right backs now. Isn't he a wing back? Can he play in a back four against a world class winger? I think he can. I don't think he's got any problems with playing. Listen, here's the thing: he's going to be used in Pep's system the way Pep wants him to play. Do you know what I mean? Pep might go back to that whole left back and try and play him as a midfielder, inverting or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Pep might go back to that. We don't know what Pep's tactics are going to be for this guy, but I think he's a talented player, skillful, very good on the ball, has technical ability. Do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. But I do think he's a very consistent player as well. I think Liverpool have been all over this. I think Arsenal, Arsenal would have been all over this because we've got enough of them. I think Liverpool would have been all over this. I think Manchester United should have been all over this. I think Man City are all over this at the moment, and they look to be the team that's getting it done. But there's so many teams that could have gone in for this guy. There's so many teams that could have gone in for this guy. You could have seen big teams from abroad that even going in for this guy because this guy's a talent. He's a very, very good talent. A 23-year-old. At 23 years old, guys, like he's not even at his prime yet. Do you know what I mean? He's still got like 3-4 years to get to his prime. So do you know what I mean, guys? It's it's nuts that they're going for this player, man. I'm really, really not happy that they're going for this player because it's gonna make Manchester City even more of an issue, more of a problem. And sticking with Manchester City, let's just go to Fabrizio Romano real quick because he's been doing a Mazzoline as well, and he's been posting a lot. So, Fabrizio Romano posted, understand Manchester City are closing on Tijani Reinders or Tiani. Is it Tiani or Tijani? Tijani or Tiani? Reinders. I think it's Tiani. Tiani. Tiani Reinders deal with AC Milan. Here we go soon, as clubs are now in process to complete the agreement and begin Reinders to Manchester City before the FIFA Club World Cup. So they're trying to get him in before the Club World Cup because they want him to play in the Club World Cup, of course. All done on personal terms between Reinders and Manchester City. So definitely going to get a here we go soon for that. And I think he just comes in. I like Reinders, man. I think he's a brilliant player, bro. I think he is a brilliant player. He was the one in AC Milan that you could just see and you could be like, yeah, you know what? That is a player right there. And if they're looking to get some of the people that they're linked with, yeah, they're looking to go for Reinders. They're getting in Nouri as well. They're getting in who's the other one that they're getting in from in the midfield? Well, they were looking at Verts. That's not going to happen now. They're not. That's not going to happen now. They're looking at Ryan Cherki as well to bring him in. Obviously, we're going to speak about that with the whole situation between him, them, and Liverpool. Obviously, we're going to speak about that. But they were looking at Ryan Cherki as well. Like, I can't lie, man. These men are moving crazy. These men are moving nuts. Manchester City. They're looking to spend a good bit of cash for next season. Morgan Gibbs White as well was another one that they were looking at. Like they're looking at some good midfielders. They're really looking to improve that midfield area. They're looking to improve that midfield area and try and get some new blood into it. The Man City are on a rebuild thing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, listen, it's gonna be definitely it's definitely gonna be an interesting one to see where Man City go with this. I've still not seen them linked to well, they've been linked to a right back. I think they've been linked to some guy from the Italian league. I think he's at Juventus. If I'm not mistaken, I think they let me just search up. Let me see. Let me see. Who did they want to go in for at right back? So they've got a few targets. They've got Livramento, who's a target who, if they get Livramento, he's very good. He's very good. They've also got Savona, Nicolo Savona. That's I think that's the guy. Savona is I think that's the guy from Juventus who they were looking at to try and get. That's who they were looking to try and get. Who else have they got? Any more? No, they haven't. So those were the two that are looking to be on the agenda for them. They're looking to get either Livramento or Savona. And I'll be real, I think those are very, very good targets, guys. I think those are very, very good targets for Manchester City. Manchester City looking to strengthen, looking to get strong. They want to be in the run-ins for the league next season. They want to be making sure they're in line to win that Premier League, get themselves back to winning ways, of course. And listen, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they go. Some of the players that I think they needed to address, I think they've addressed already. They needed to work on that midfield and get it a bit younger, but still have talent in there, still have players who are experienced. So you need young players, but you need experienced young players. Do you know what I mean? You'll also be looking to get a left back, a right back. Actually, a left back. I didn't expect them to get a left back, but that was, I think, on the agenda for Manchester City fans. I think Manchester City reporters were coming out and saying that they wanted to get left backs. I think Pep doesn't want to play centre backs at left back and right back anymore, so he wants just traditional full backs at right back and left back. So left back and the right back are on the agenda. The midfield is obviously on the agenda. And I can't lie, even their wingers, bro. Their wingers don't even scream. Like Savinho, Savinho's alright on the ball and that, bro. But I think this guy is severely overrated by a lot of people, bro. I had people saying Savinho over Saka, bro. That's a madness, bro. That's crazy to say. Oh man. And the thing is, you've also got Doku. Now Doku is good. I can understand why they've got Doku there. Doku has games where he's very, 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 very good. But he also has games where it's just he's doing the same thing. It's not working, but he still does the same thing and same thing and same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, Toka, you're smoking Budge, you're smoking Stardog, you're smoking everything, broski. You're smoking everything, and you're just like seeing stars right now, and rainbows, and mountains, and unicorns, flying pigs. That's what you're seeing, broski. Because if you're actually gonna sit here and say to me, Savinho over Saka, you're on drugs, bro. You're skunked. There we go. First skunked of the day. Thank you, Toka, for the first skunked of the day. You are skunked if you're telling me Savinho over Saka. Savinho, a guy who can't even get a shot off, every time he shoots, it's either blocked or it's freaking off target. Come on, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I'm here to talk ball. I'm not here to talk agendas and, do you know what I mean? So why are you doing all these eyes from my oh, go! I didn't say Saka over Savinho, but you know what I mean. Just keep your eyes open. Like, what are you looking, bro? What are you looking for, bro? What are you looking for, bro? Come on, man. Ah, mate. Exactly. Sukayo Baka from Chelsea is much better than Savinho. Yeah, you're definitely skunked, broski. You're definitely skunked. You're definitely skunked. Don't worry about that, Ali. You're definitely skunked, broski. But listen, I think Manchester City are moving very, very good. They're also linked to Ryan Cherki, who, I mean, listen, Ryan Cherki is a very, very good player, bro. I like Ryan Cherki a lot. I was hoping that with Liverpool going in for Florian Wirtz, he'd just be there, and maybe we'd just come in and just slip in and just be like, yo, come to the Arsenal, mate. Yeah, red and white. You're effing dynamite, mate. Do you know what I mean? Just come to the Arsenal, do your thing. Do you know what I mean? Come here. Maybe Erdegaard doesn't play a couple of games. You play a couple of games. We try and split them down the middle. Do you know what I mean? Do a couple of things. But, do you know what I mean? It looks like it's not working out, man. It looks like Manchester City are going for this guy. He's their main target, bro. He's one of their main targets, bro. They want this guy, bro, to play. I think they want him to play in the middle, I swear, as a 10. They want him to play as a 10. So that's going to be interesting to see if they can get that deal over the line. They can that's going to be interesting to see if they can get that deal over the line, because listen, I think Ryan Cherki can play in that 10 position well. I think he can definitely play centrally. I don't think he needs to play on the right wing. I'll be real. I don't think he needs to play on the right wing because it says that he's a right winger here. I don't know. He says he's played majority of his games on the right wing, but I think he could play in the 10. From the games that I've seen of him, from what I've seen of him, I think he can play in the 10. You know what I mean? 21 years old, got plenty of time to get adjusted, do you know what I mean? Get well situated with the whole situation. Yeah, man. I really think there's a dangerous player there, man. There's a dangerous player there. But yeah, listen, Manchester City are moving crazy. Manchester City are moving nuts. So that's going to be interesting to see how all of these transfers unfold for Manchester City because we've got a few of them. A few of them. Moving on to Liverpool. Moving on to Liverpool. Liverpool, there's a lot of news, man. There is a lot of news coming out of Liverpool at the moment. Obviously, let's take a swing back to David Ornstein. And let's have a look, mate. Let's have a look at David Ornstein, man. All right. Luka Modric is going to AC Milan. Luka Modric, AC Milan. I am there for it, man. I am here for that, bro. I am here for that. David Ornstein put out a tweet yesterday, today, this morning, saying Liverpool boss Arne Slot flew out to south of France last week for talks with Ryan Cherki, honouring meetings scheduled before Florian Wirtz's chase accelerated. Wirtz is top target, plus only offer made as Liverpool seek agreement, and Manchester City push for Cherki. Now, here's the thing. Liverpool, Florian Wirtz. Now, everybody's been saying, check his story, check this, check that, check this, check that. Okay, you lot are saying that he's announced himself. I think we already understood that there's an agreement between the player and I think we already understood that there's an agreement between the player and the club. He chose you guys. I think that's pretty much out there. I don't know why everybody's acting like surprised. I'll be real. I don't know why everybody's acting surprised. I thought this was happening. Right now, the only thing is the fee, bro. These men don't want to pay the fee. I don't know what's going on. They've done 2 bids and 2 bids have been rejected. So I don't know what's going on with Liverpool right now. Do they want to play? Do they want to get the player done? If you do, just hurry up and pay the money. Let's get it done, because do you know what I mean? You've got other shit to be worried about rather than sitting here pussyfooting about with bids and doing, we need the right structure, we need the right this, we need the right. Just pay the money. Yeah, you've already done the bits. You've got the player now. The player wants to come to you. It's a home run. Liverpool, don't have another Lavia Caicedo situation. Don't. Me asking Liverpool, as objectively as I'm not even a football fan, I'm not even looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool, don't F this up. Don't F this up, bro. Just get it done. You guys are saying the fee was agreed and the add-ons are whatever. Listen, I'll be real, man. These men need to hurry up and do it, bro. These men need to hurry up and do it. because if Liverpool are going to get this play over the line, they need to get it done. He's given you the okay, so he's definitely going to go there. It's a formality. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. But bro, even listen, even Lavia was a formality at one point, bro, and then all of a sudden it started going crazy, bro. All of a sudden it started going crazy. So let's not forget that the Lavia thing is still there. Do you know what I mean? We've seen these man F stuff up before. So they're not completely off the hook. In my eyes, anyway. In my eyes, they're not completely off the hook because they still have to get players in. They still have to get this guy in, get him over the line. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be real, man. It's looking good though for you guys to get Florian Wirtz, to get Insomniac. I'm not talking because I'm trying to talk about the rest of the clubs first before we talk about Arsenal. Because we come here, we talk about Arsenal. It's the same old, same old. I'm just doing the same thing. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to talk about all clubs. But in regards to Florian Wirtz, very, very good player. We all know this anyway. And it looks like he is on his way in. In other news, let's go to the rest of the Arsenal. Now I'm thinking about Arsenal. Thanks a lot, Insomniac. Thanks. Cheers. Let's speak about LFC. Let's speak about Ekatike. Man. So, looks like Chelsea and Liverpool both in talks to sign Hugo Ekatike. Apparently, the Chelsea have agreed terms, and Liverpool are still yet to agree terms with this guy. Now, they do need a striker. They need somebody in. Obviously, listen. I know there's still like Liverpool fans who are still saying like, oh, you know what, Isak is Isak. There's still a chance to sign Isak. For anybody who's Liverpool fan and you're watching right now, yeah. For anybody who's a Liverpool fan and you're watching right now, anybody in the Liverpool space that's telling you that you're gonna get Isak or there's still a chance of you getting Isak, you need to tell that guy to shut the fuck up and get real. Isak is going nowhere. Isak is going nowhere. I don't care if you're Liverpool. I don't care if you're Arsenal. I don't care if you're Real Madrid. I don't care if you're Barcelona. He's not going to go anywhere. Any of the money that any of us can offer for Isak, we can offer him 500k a week. Now with Champions League football, so can Newcastle. They will throw the bag. They will throw the kitchen sink at Isak to keep that guy. So that guy is good as gone. He is not going to come to us. Simple. He is not going to go to you guys. Simple. I know that for a fact. If he does, then it's a madness. You lot have done a madness. That is like everybody needs to come out and say FSG in if you lot get Isak. Because that is mad. But Ekatike, obviously you guys are interested in this guy. You're in concrete talks. Liverpool also interested in the likes of Sesko. They're also interested in the likes of Victor Gyökeres. Pretty much the same as us, apart from Ekatike. We're not in it for Ekatike, but the other ones, there you are. Okay, Ali, I understand. You're just let me get through it because I have to talk through different things. Don't worry, Ali. Don't worry. Just let me do it. I'm explaining everything. I have to talk through everything, Habibi. You want me to just go in your pace? Okay, yeah. We can link to this and that, and then a link to this and that, and then a link to this. Okay, that's the Liverpool section done, guys. So let's just go. I have to give what I think about the things and this and that. Come on, brother. Vel, guys, if somebody says stop ignoring me, I'm gonna start banning people. Yeah, you're gonna get timed out for like 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And then we're gonna miss it, and then you're gonna miss the Liverpool section. And then when you get timed out, then you're gonna be crying, "Why'd you time me out, bro?" I mean, come on, guys. But yeah, listen, strikers on the agenda for Liverpool: Ekatike, Sesko, Gyökeres. Those are the only strikers I think you're looking at. I've not heard any other names. I've not heard any other names. In my personal opinion. Um, and yeah, listen, I think Ekatike is very good. I think Gyökeres is very good. Sesko, I want Liverpool to win the Sesko battle so badly. Like tomorrow, if I woke up tomorrow and I see Ornstein Bomber, Liverpool have agreed to pay the release clause, or Liverpool have agreed to pay da for Benjamin Sesko, terms have been agreed with the player, bro. I don't think you guys would understand what I would do. Like, I would start, bro. I'd come on here, music playing, and gassed, bro. I would be gassed, bro. I'm telling you guys, you don't understand, man. You lot don't understand what I'd do if I saw that. Gonzalo Ramos as well. That's an L, bro. If you man get Gonzalo Ramos from PSG, that is the biggest L I've ever seen in my life, bro. You might as well just get Nunes, bro. 2.0, bro. That guy is mad. But yeah, listen, man. I need you guys to win that Cisco battle, personally, for me. But let's look at it objectively. I think Gyökeres and Ekatike is definitely the ones that you'd want to go for. Ekatike, a very skillful player, also a man who is able to get goals, who's able to score goals, young, but is able to grow into that player. And I definitely think being next to Mohamed Salah is very good. Um, Also, Gyökeres, gunman. Gyökeres is the guy that, do you know what I mean? Plenty of goals. You're talking Haaland number of goals. That's the type of goals that he's scoring. That's the type of things that he's doing. So Gyökeres is moving mad as well. Gyökeres is a mad one. Yeah. Those two players, if you can get them, one of them, that is very, very good for you guys. Very, very, very good for Liverpool Football Club if you can get one of them. You've already sorted out the right back position. They've announced Frimpong. That's announced. Kerkez, the left back, that is going to be announced. There, I think that's literally you're closing in on it, and it's going to be the final thing that's done. So Kerkez is going to get done. Then it comes to the midfield. Get that 10. Get Verts in. Then you have to focus on the attack now. I've seen that Luis Diaz is Barcelona want to sell Luis Diaz, and he announced that he wants to leave. Is that true that he's announced that he wants to leave? If Luis Diaz wants to leave, I would suggest getting rid of him ASAP. Just tell him to go, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Hopefully you can get a decent little Al Nassr. He's going to Al Nassr, yeah. So hopefully you lot can get a decent fee for it. Hopefully you lot can get a decent fee for your sakes, so you can start putting that money towards someone else. I think Gakpo is good enough to be at that left wing, and then you just need to get a striker. Right now, from the deals that are getting done, you have your left back, you have your right back. The goalkeeper situation, you only have, because a big outgoing just happened to Brentford. Kelleher has joined Brentford. I can't lie, that's an L. That right there is an L. I don't think the Liverpool board should have gotten rid of Kelleher. I think Kelleher is a starting goalkeeper. I think you guys maybe have We have Allison and Mamadashvili. Is that guy's name? Yeah. Listen, man. I don't know if this Mamadashvili or Mavadashvili or whatever. I don't know if he is the as good as Kelleher. Kelleher is an amazing goalkeeper, bro. Kelleher is an amazing goalkeeper. I'll be real, man. I think he's a very, 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 very good goalkeeper. And if he wanted to leave, then he wanted to leave in it. But in my personal opinion, that's a mistake. That's a mistake because if you offered him first team football, I think he would have taken it. I think the reason why he wanted to leave is nah, chill out, Vel, chill out, Vel, chill out, Vel. You're doing a bit too much now. Now Vel starts saying stupid shit. Of course, it's Vel. He always says stupid shit. Now he starts saying stupid shit. Ashraf Talks Football Raid. Was Ash even live? Was Ash live? Akhil, were you just trolling me or what's going on? Yeah, he wasn't even streaming, bro. Where's this man? I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's no way that Ash is streaming. There you are, you frauds. This guy got me. I was here searching up Ash, bro, to see if he actually was live. But in regards to him, man. Yeah, I'll be real, man. I don't think you lot should have gotten rid of Kelleher. I'd even have gone as far to say I would have gotten rid of Allison and kept Kelleher if just for the future thing. For the future thing. Because I think Allison is either gone. If he stays this season, he's definitely gone next season. Allison is definitely gone next summer, 100%. Allison is gonna go. But, yeah. And by the way, Vel saying Raya good but Bozo Gene. Every single goalkeeper has Bozo genes at times, bro. Allison has a Bozo gene, bro, at times. Allison makes Bozo moves, bro. As good as Allison is, he makes Bozo moves, bro. He makes mistakes at times, bro. Every single top goalkeeper will make Bozo moves, bro, sometimes. Some of the greatest goalkeepers have had Bozo moves. What is this, man? Stad Mamadashvili is amazing. You watch La Liga. So okay, that's fine, Ali. Listen, he might be amazing. From what I've seen, for me personally, I don't think he's better than Kelleher, but I've not watched as much as you in it, so I can't really put too much. If you watch La Liga and you're saying that, big up to you. What is Big Bunda raid, bro? What is this, man? Why are people just saying raid for like what? What reason are people just saying raid for, bro? Like, what's going on here, man? Let me just pause this because shut up, man. I hate the sound of my own voice. Yeah, look, wallahi, nobody raided. Wallahi, nobody raided. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody actually raided, bro. It's nuts. So we're just doing Big Bunda raid, and that's it. It's crazy. The scenes, man. But listen, hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. In regards to so like I said, Kelleher, whatever, Mamadashvili is coming in, whatever. But yeah, I think you guys need an attacker. You need to get that Vert shit over the line. You need to get Kirkes over the line now. You've got what's his name? Frimpong in. possibly look at another centre back. Jarrell Kwanzaa is probably going to go out. Joe Gomez is probably going to go out. I'd say probably go for like a right-sided centre back, possibly, guys. That could be a good look for Liverpool as well, for them to really get somebody in that position. That would definitely be a good look for Liverpool. Also, speaking on the on Liverpool, I think you guys need to get a Salah back up. I don't think Harvey Elliott is the guy, and Harvey Elliott looks like he's leaving anyway. So, do you think Arsenal should be in Daniel? Who is that guy? The goalkeeper. He's moving. He's young, and I think he'll have a problem sitting on bench. As you know, sources say a race. Who does he play for, man? I mean, if he's a good goalkeeper, then why not, mate? If he's a good goalkeeper, then why not? I've not seen him play much, mate, to be honest. I'll be real. I've spoken about Verts, man. Verts are going to come in and be amazing, bro. Verts are going to come in and be amazing, man. That's enough for the Liverpool section, man. We've spoken a bit too much about Liverpool. Bun Liverpool. You know, F Liverpool. We hate Liverpool. Bun Liverpool, innit? Anyway. Next on the list. Let's speak about dusty Spurs, man. Let's speak about Spurs. Dusty. Spurs. Spurs. Let's have a look. Can I not? Can I just do this, please? You know what? Trying to set up these trying to put up these what's it called? Timestamps is moving brazy. Anyway, let's talk about Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur. Let's see what's in the news for Tottenham Hotspur. So let's see. TBR Football. Who is TBR Football, firstly? Who is TBR Football? Okay, this is... Okay, cool. So this is just the random ones. This says top sources only. Okay. So, big news. Oh my god. So big news, because this is how I don't okay, so guys, if you keep on saying that, I'll Ali, I already told you once, just relax with the spamming, broski. Just calm down with the spamming, yeah? Just calm down, broski. The Mirror have come out and said that Tottenham are considering selling Heung-min Son, which, I mean, to be honest, that was kind of expected. I would have thought that they would have sold him or looked at selling him anyway, just because, you know, they're gonna want to bring in new talent. They're gonna want to bring in new attacking talent. It says Tottenham may look to sell the captain Son Heung-min in the summer transfer window in order to fund a special rebuild. Son has been with Spurs for 10 years, making 454 appearances for the club. There's a feeling his time could be coming to an end. The Telegraph reports that with 1 year left on his existing contract, Spurs feel the time is right to wave goodbye to a club legend. Son has attracted interest from Saudi Pro League, and this is the last transfer window in which they could generate a decent fee. So obviously going to talking about him. So he could go into Saudi, which could open the way for let me close all of this up because I actually got a bit too many tabs open right now. So they're looking for Son Heung-min, who if they sell Son, that is gonna bring in a load of funds. And then if he's going to Saudi, especially Saudi, they're nice, man. They like to pay money, bro. Do you know what I mean? So they're gonna pay bucks for this guy. They're gonna pay bucks for this guy. So here's the thing for me, guys, is I'm looking at this signing right now. I'm looking at them selling him. Who can Spurs go and get that can better their team? There's a lot of holes there. Mateus Tell, they're trying to get that. Apparently, from what I saw, they're trying to get that made permanent. Yeah, they're trying to make that move permanent. They're trying to get Mateus Tell to stay. They've got Solanke. They've got what's his name in the midfield. I think he should be there 10 anyway. If they want to actually moving forward, if they want to play better, I think they should use Kulusevski in the 10. And they obviously got Brennan Rodgers as the Brennan Johnson. Sorry, Brennan Rodgers. Brennan Johnson as their right winger. But I feel like the midfield still needs a bit work. I don't feel like James Maddison's all that, man. I don't think James Maddison's all that, to be honest. And in my personal opinion, I think they need to move on from that guy, bro. I don't think he's all that, bro. He's a bit. They definitely need to move on from Basuma. They definitely need to move on for a few attackers. They're a few midfielders. They've got a few midfielders. They've got a few attackers that they need to move on. They need to start selling, but they also need to start buying. They need to buy a few players. They need a backup striker. They need a midfielder. They need to focus on that midfield massively. I think that Pedro Porro might leave if somebody comes in for him. I also think that they need to focus on getting another left back possibly or another right back. Obviously they've got what's his name? Jed Spence, who can play in both those positions. He played there last season. And they've got obviously the midfield to sort out. They've got the attack to sort out in regards to getting backups and stuff like that. They're still going to be wanting to get a left winger. Sorry, man. We have to talk about it, man. Do you know what I mean? What time is it? Yeah, man. That's pretty much it. That's what Spurs need. 5 minutes on Spurs. Big up to Spurs, innit? Nah, actually, scratch that. Hold on. What am I saying? Big up to Spurs. What am I saying? Big up to Spurs. Hold on a minute, man. Hold on a minute.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Yeah, man. I don't know what that was about, innit? But listen, big up to the chat. Big up to the chat. Fuck Spurs and big up to the chat, innit? Yeah, I don't even know why I said big up to Spurs. I was like, but anyway, let's move on to who's the final team. Chelsea. 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 Let's go Chelsea, man. So Chelsea. There's a lot of news to discuss about Chelsea, man, because they've got so much going on. So let's just get onto Chelsea's transfer news. Look at this, man. There's too many, man. There's too many here, man. So let's start off with the striker. Liam Delap. Done deal. That is all but done now. Very good striker, very good player to bring in. I think they've done very well to get that over the line. I think they've done very well to get that sorted. I think Liam Delap will definitely do very well for them. Um, Apparently they're still in the market for another striker, is what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. But Liam Delap, um, Liam Delap is in for the club. They have bought him for 30 million, and I need to double check to see how much they actually paid him, but they bought him in for 30 million. But now that they've bought in, Liam Delap, who I think is a good striker. I think he could definitely do well. They got rid of Sancho, obviously, as we discussed in the Manchester United section. Now they're going to need to get maybe another winger. They're going to need to get maybe a left winger. They've got Pedro Neto on the right. They've got Liam Delap down the middle. They've got Cole Palmer behind him. The left winger, I think they could go for somebody like a Jamie Gittins. I think they were interested in Jamie Gittins a lot. I think they had a lot of interest in Jamie Gittins. So I could see them going in for him. That is a very interesting move for Chelsea, in my personal opinion. That is a very interesting move for Chelsea, because I don't think he's experienced enough yet at the top level. I know that they want to bring him in, but I don't think he's experienced enough, in my personal opinion. I still think they need to bring in a couple more people, personally. But I can see where they're going. I can see where they're going with this. Also, they're targeting Mike Maignan as well. Trying to bring Mike Maignan to the club. Listen, they've needed a goalkeeper. Sanchez, Petrovic, I think, is the other keeper. Broski, some of these guys, man, they're dead food, man. They're dead food. They're dead food, man. So for me, I'm looking at this signing here, yeah, and I'm saying, okay, Mike Maignan, an experienced goalkeeper, has played at the top level, played in the Champions League, played in this, played in that. I think he's a very good goalkeeper. I think that's something that he should be going in for. Apparently, the fee for him is let me see what the fee is. What is the fee coming out at? 1 second, guys. This is from the Mail. What fee are they talking? What fee are they talking? What fee are they talking here? Let's have a look at the fee. Oh, so they don't have a fee on here at all. First, so they don't even have a fee on there. They don't even have a fee on there, but they're looking to bring him in. I mean, maybe we can look at transfer market. Mike Maignan. Let's have a look at transfer market and see what his fee is. So on transfer market, his fee is 25 million euros. If they get him for that, that's dirt cheap, man. That's dirt cheap, man. He's a goalkeeper, 29, so still on the younger side of goalkeepers, in my personal opinion. Still on the younger side. 29 years old. He's captain for AC Milan, of course. And listen, I think he'd definitely be a good player for them to bring in. I think that's somebody that will strengthen one of their weak points in the goalkeeping position. They're also looking at bringing in a Victor Gyökeres, someone like that. But I feel like they need to work on that defense. Mark Gahey, somebody like that, they need to try and bring in. They need to work on bringing in centre backs, because the centre backs that they have are very, very, very below par. They're below par right now. I can't lie. The centre backs that they have, it's not the one. It's not the one. So they definitely need to bring in better centre backs, Chelsea. But I think that's the only ones that they're in for at the moment. Obviously, Hugo Ekitike, they're linked to him. They also agreed terms, apparently agreed personal terms, and looking to try and pay that fee. That fee is going to be a lot. They're looking for like nearly 100 million euros, man. They're looking for 100 million euros, people. What the hell is going on over there, bro? I mean, Ekatike is all right, but he's not 100 million, bro. The guy is not worth 100 million. That I don't think that player is worth 100 million, in my personal opinion. I think he's way too young, way too inexperienced at the top level to be worth 100 M's, bro. 100 M's, nah, man. That's a Chelsea and Liverpool price. That's what it is, man. Chelsea and Liverpool have come in. Let's just put the price up as high as we can, man. They'll pay it. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're probably saying. But yeah, I don't think he's worth that. Apart from that, I think that's all there is from Chelsea to cover. I think they definitely do good if they can get some of those transferred over the line. And last but not least, why not, man? Let's speak about my beloved Arsenal, man. Yes, sir, no, USA. By far the greatest team the world has ever seen. Let's speak about Arsenal, mate. Let's speak about Arsenal. Yeah, man. I don't even need to look at the screen because I already know all the Arsenal transfers. I already know all the Arsenal news. I already know what's going on. Nothing, mate. There's nothing. There's nothing. Not a sniff. Not a sniff. Until today, where we randomly got a thing saying Zubamendi interview exclusive. Zubamendi has done an interview. Panic stations, everything. Do you know what I mean? Even I said I've heard this story before. I've seen this story play out before because I have. This guy is a nervous wreck. Do you know what I mean? So we don't know if he's just gonna jump. This is the guy that if he's a criminal and he's done a crime, they don't give him bail, bro. They just leave him in the prison. They don't give him bail because he's such a flight risk that he'll just leave. Like he'll just go and just jump and go somewhere and just, do you know what I mean? So Zubmeni comes out and let's just have a look at what he said in the interview. Let's just have a look at what he said in the interview because he was saying a few things, man.
Wearing socks on his ankles.
Why am I seeing Hamza just? Why am I seeing Hamza just do the freaking stretches, bro? Like, what's going on? Oh, Hamza's too funny, bro. But anyway, let's have a look at what he said. It's in my bookmarks because I bookmarked it because I needed to speak about this. I needed to speak about this because this guy is a nervous wreck, so we have to like be careful. Do you know what I mean? We have to be careful. Where is it? I thought I freaking bookmarked this shit. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. Where's Doc? Let's just get to him because he's the one who does all this shit. He's the one who gets all this shit together. Okay. The hell, bro? Where is this thing, bro? One sec, guys. Big up Cali, man. Big up Cali in the building. Let's have a look at this, man. Zubimendi.
So, I put this on my side.
Allah, that guy's too funny. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So Mick Rec, whoever this guy is. Mick Rec. L-Pads. Don't get me gassed, man. Don't get me gassed, because like, only come in and say this if it's true, brother. If it's true, then say this. If it's not, don't speak about it, please. I don't want to hear it unless it's true. Do you understand? I don't want to hear it unless it's true, bro. Because if that happens, you guys will see me just go over there and start dancing right here. Yeah? I'll start dancing. I'll turn on music. Fuck the copyright. I'll turn on music. Just start dancing in the corner, bro. You'll just see me just dancing, bro. Come on, man. Anyway, Martin Zubimendi, my future. It will be a long summer. I don't know how it will end. He was then asked if Xabi Alonso calls me to join Real Madrid. I've always said Xabi is my idol, and it was a privilege to play with him as my coach in La Real B. La Real B. I'm assuming that's the Real Sociedad B thing, or is that Real Madrid B? La Real B, is that Real Madrid B? I don't know. If he called me now, I don't want to talk about that hypothesis. Hypotheses? Why are we talking about hypotheses? Why are we talking about hypotheses, brother? What's going on, bro? What is going on, brother? I don't want to talk about the hypothesis. I'd rather talk about the present. It would be disrespectful for me. It would be disrespectful to talk about that while I'm on national team duty, bro. Shut up, man. No one gives a shit about what you do on national team duty, or if you're talking about this, you're talking about that on national team duty. Shut the fuck up, bro. Nobody cares, bro. Yeah? The way this guy tries to word things is weird. I posted pics on a Spanish beach while rumours said I'm in London doing medical exams for Arsenal. Yes, I did, to make it clear those rumours were not true. Okay, so apparently he posted things. Listen, man, this guy just starts talking, yeah, and just starts doing a madness. He starts talking, he starts doing this, start doing that. Listen, I've seen this road before, man. He's saying all this shit. He might stop. He might say, "Oh, you know what? I thought about the mountains of San Sebastian or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing this, do it." Or he could be waffling. Then Hand of Arsenal. Big up Hand of Arsenal. Everybody knows that I believe Hand of Arsenal, bro. That's my guy. Came out and said Martin Zubimendi will be joining Arsenal Football Club pending a medical. Stop reacting to everything and anything. Fair play. My bad, Hand of Arsenal. I didn't know you were on smoke, so you were just like going off on people. But big up to you. So Ryan Taylor then comes out. Where's Ryan Taylor? While this news is all going on, yeah, he comes out 3 hours ago. Arsenal expect to unveil signing of Martin Zubimendi in forthcoming weeks, subject to medical. In forthcoming weeks, subject to medical. Guys, we could be waiting for this signing. Yeah. We could be waiting for this signing until July, guys. Until July, we're waiting for this signing, guys. I'll be real, man. is I'm not focused on it, man. I'm not focused on it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not focused on it. If I'm being completely honest. So that's us getting through the whole malarkey and the whole madness from freaking what's his name? Zuba Mendy. Let's go to the other ones, man. Let's go to the other ones. Benny Sesko. Now, where are we seeing that Sesko has rejected us? Because you man are saying, let me see this. Where are we saying Sesko rejected us? Where has Sesko rejected us? So I've seen Pletty Goal has come out today. Again. As exclusively revealed, Arsenal have entered concrete talks with RB Leipzig over Benjamin Sesko. Andre Alberto has all the information regarding the release clause, payment structures, etc. So far, Arsenal are the only club with indirect contact with Leipzig. Manchester United have shown interest in the player, but have not yet made contact with Leipzig. Yeah, man. So these guys, do you know what I mean? They're looking like they understood like what the whole situation is with Sesko. In my opinion, let me see if there's any other reports. Oh my god, look at this guy, bro. He looks like so reliable, bro. Yo. Someone has just put out, yeah. Oh my god, bro. Someone has just put out an exclusive, guys. RB Leipzig price deemed too high by the Arsenal board. This is sounding nice. Andre Alberto will now shift focus to getting the signing of Victor Gyökeres over the line. This sounds good. He has agreed deals for both players, so personal terms will not be an issue. Massive news for Arsenal. Wow. Who's this guy, bro? His name is Sod_E215, bro. Hey, listen. That guy sounds reliable. He sounds reliable, guys. I think we need to believe that, bro. Yeah, I think we need to believe this guy, bro. I think we need to believe this guy. How many views has he got? It's got 2K views. That's 2K views. Everybody's like all positive in the chat saying, "Oh my god, this is true. This is that." Do you know what I mean? Big up, man. Big up. Nah, but in all reality, we're probably gonna go and get Sesko. Am I happy about it? No. Would I prefer to get somebody else? Yes. Are we gonna get somebody else? No. We're gonna get Sesko, and we're gonna spend all the money on him, and we're gonna pay like 70 million or 80 million or whatever it is on Sesko, and I'm gonna bang my head against the wall, and nothing's gonna change, and it is where it is. At this point, it is where it is, bro. Do you know what I mean? We just have to understand that the situation is mad. Now let's focus on one more thing for Arsenal news before we wrap up, guys. Ben Jacobs put an exclusive today. Ben Jacobs, guys. Nico Williams has begun initial talks to renew his Athletic Bilbao contract. Parties discussing a salary pushing 10 million euros, and release clause could increase should the deal be agreed. Not yet a guarantee. Suitors like Arsenal and Chelsea see value in Williams' currently 58 million euro clause, and he remains on their radar, but overall cost of the transfer, wages and agent fees make it expensive. Athletic Bilbao hoping they can tie Williams down before any offer arrives. Now, I'll be real, guys. I'll be real. There's Rodrigo wanting that kind of money, and there's this schmuck that wanting that kind of money. What has Nico Williams done in the game, bro? What has Nico Williams done in the game for him to be wanting this money and demanding this money? Bro, this guy wants like 300-400k, bro, a week. Brother, are you giving me Salah numbers? If you give me Salah numbers, I will give you 400k a week, 100%, bro. Put it on the table, that's yours. But my man's not giving me Salah numbers, bro. He's not even giving me near Salah numbers. So why am I going to give him the big money? Why am I going to give him the big bucks? Roski, you're not that guy, bro. You're really not that guy. I'll be real. For me, I look at the situation with Nico Williams. I'm happy that he's gone, mate. Renew the contract. Renew the contract and never leave Athletic Bilbao, mate. Because I don't want you, mate. I want Lookman. That's who I want. Leao. That's who I want, mate. Those people have actually seen him do something. Leao, I'm still half about because Leao, I still think his final, his finishing in the final third is still awful. But Lookman is just a guarantee, bro. Lookman is the one that I want. Bring in Lookman, bro. Just bring in Lookman or Mitoma. Lookman or Mitoma. One of those two, bro. One of those two, bro. Come on, man. What is this, bro? You bring in a Lookman, you bring in a Mitoma. Either one of those two can work very, very well. Very, very well. But this Nico Williams guy is just a bit overrated, in my personal opinion, guys. So, yeah, listen, man. I'm not completely like up for it. I'm not completely like, oh my god, let's get Nico Williams. Oh my god, look what he's gonna do for the club. Like, bro, it's not much of a loss to me. I know a few people have been like getting gassed about this Nico Williams signing, and they're pissing their pants about it. Oh my god, it's gonna happen. Oh my god, Nico Williams is gonna happen to the club. Brother, I really don't care, bro. I really don't care. In my opinion, go and get somebody who can come in and do well for us now. Yeah, that's what you have to get in. Forget about this Nico Williams, Donny. Now, I think that's all the news that we have. We have Gabriel contract. Yeah, Gabriel signing a new deal. Miles Lewis-Skelly contract in the works. We have Ethan contract in the works as well. Yeah, man, we have multiple contracts on the go, man. Saliba, apparently with Dean Huijsen going to Real Madrid, that's completely shut off the whole Real Madrid things. So I'm gassed about that. Brilliant. But apart from that, do you know what I mean? I don't think there's any more news to cover. So I'll end it here. But listen, I do appreciate everybody who has come through. I do appreciate everybody who has watched. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are out of here, people. And I'll chat to you later. Peace out, people. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Peace.